Happy Friday. It's like 2:30 in the morning. I've been up for a while, and I just finished doing my body rub, and I'm feeling real good right now. And yeah, my energy, here I'm on day 12. So, my energy rotates in many ways. I do a lot of exercise. I average a minimum of about 8 miles a day of walking. And I'm balancing myself. That's what I'm working on. Just working on it one day at a time in every aspect. And this is what I, want to address today is just simply the idea of trusting your instincts. Now, I have just finished rereading again Martha Christie's book, the Your Own Perfect Medicine. I've reread Dave Murphy's Human Body book, and I've reread John Armstrong's Water of Life book, and I rotate these books. So just in the last 48 hours, I've reread all three of these, I think. So here's what I want to bring up. Okay, there is lots of different perspectives on how to achieve success in urine therapy. Now, Martha Christie, she says, only, do, these little drops to start with, and then, increase and only use the mid-flow pee. And, there's just lots of, she's done a lot of homework. She's done all the research on Western medicine. That's where her book is very powerful, because she has um, the most contemporary studies that were done in all of the Western medicine in America and England and other Western cultures. So as far as information goes, she has a really good collection of knowledge in that book. John Armstrong's book, Water of Life, he focuses on the opposite, on the extreme, drinking all of your urine, not missing anything, and doing body rubs and fasting for days and months, whatever it takes to cure incurables. And so there's a wide range of ideas that permeate. Now, Changa Charanga, in her post in the urine therapy group, she discusses aged urine and the effectiveness of it, and drinking it and utilizing it. So there's lots and lots of different inputs and lots of information. You can find all sorts of resource on the power and the potential of these therapies. Now, I trusted. That's all I did. I just trusted. I jumped right in. It'll be I don't know. I started January 23rd. I heard about it January 21st, and I started on January 23rd, and I just jumped in, and I was flushing my body. I was doing a gallon a day. I followed that recommendation. I quit cooked food, and I was doing a gallon a day of pee, distilled water, and juicing my own fresh fruit there. Now I only do water and urine, and with the fast, and I find it important. I vary. See, like when I first started out, I only wanted to do urine. I wanted to kind of prove a point that you could live on just your urine. But I was starting to feel that I needed the distilled water because I didn't feel in balance. So it is a part of my process at this point. I don't drown myself in it, but I make sure I have an adequate amount of distilled water in my system as well, in order to balance my body. So this is why I encourage you to trust your instincts. Now, I've been doing the body rubs, and I love that. And we're all, here's the thing, this is the important thing to realize, is that it's your pharmacy. It's your own personal pharmacy. Now, as you apply as you need, what do you need? What is you're dealing with? Now, I mean, it shows in case studies that, your best results, your absolute best results, are to clean up your diet, because that's your number one killer anyway, what you're putting in your mouth. So, if you're still eating meat and drinking alcohol and smoking cigarettes and taking meds and all these things, you can still do urine therapy. You can still do it, but it's a longer road. That's all. And there's no case history anywhere, not one, of anybody dying because of their consumption of pee. Not one. There's not one. And and there's no side effects. See, you take medical stuff, the pharmaceutical stuff, or even food and alcohol and all of those consumptions have side effects. The beauty of urine therapy, no side effects. It's pretty amazing, huh? So, if you really are serious, if you really want to heal yourself, if you really want to turn your life around, well, do it. It's a blink of an eye. It's a change of your mind. And once you can change your mind, you can change anything. So if you just start at whatever level, doesn't matter. There's no incorrect way to do this. Not that I've seen. And there's lots of perspectives about it. That's the point I'm making, is that you can read Martha Christie's book, and she gives points of view and perspective from her research. And if you read John Armstrong, he had 22,000 cases of people that he treated with urine therapy, and to the extreme, where all they were doing is drinking pee and having body rubs and fasting. And so all of them are the correct modalities. It just depends on what's correct for you. So it's your pharmacy. You are your new, you have just been, you're reassigned as your new doctor by having these truths, by having these knowledges. And I can only encourage people to do your homework, do your research. Certainly reach out and ask. That's the purpose of the groups. But it's experiential. You'll learn, just do it. You get into it and you just start doing it. And I'm only like, I was looking back in my little bit of history here, and, I look back and just just a matter of a few months, I don't even know who I was. I mean, who I was just somebody I used to know. I'm a brand new person. And I feel younger and more vibrant and healthier and centered and calm, happy, relaxed, full of love, and just enthusiastic with childlike wonder. I look forward to every moment, every day. I mean, here I am, it's 2:30 in the morning, and I'm just up and jazzed. I just had my potty rub. And, I'm going back to source. That's my whole intent. To me, it's the fountain of youth, and I believe that. And that's why I'm doing the body rubs. I mean, in 3 years, I've lost over 100 pounds of weight, and some of it more dramatically than others in the last several months. So I've had a lot of, skin that hangs. And so that's, with the body rubs, I'm tightening my skin back up. I'm getting more elasticity in it. And it doesn't happen overnight. None of this stuff happens overnight. I mean, I had some fast results. I got rid of my arthritis in like 10 days. I noticed that right away. But, the fact is just you start doing it and trust your instincts. You become your own doctor. This is what's so cool about it, is that you get to make decisions about your health based on your experience and how you feel. Now, that's power. You're being given your power back. You're not putting your life in the hands of others anymore and taking risks and just taking drugs willy-nilly. Because I know that's what I did. I mean, that's when I started realizing when I got to a point where I had so much pain that none of my medications were working. They just didn't work. And I said, what's the point of taking these? Because also I was getting the side effects, nausea, these other things that were making me like uneasy. So that's why I started making changes. And I haven't had any meds for, a long while now, nothing. So, yeah, you know, just do it. Uh, do your homework, though. I can't stress that point enough. That it's important that you learn what you're doing and why, and how to go about it. But our bodies will tell us. So anyway, with all that being said, I'm going to share another one of these poems I wrote the other night, and this one is entitled "We Grow in a Fluid." At the point of conception, as our seed starts to grow, what happens next? Most people don't know. We grow in a fluid. It becomes our whole world, and it works the same for boys and girls. It's called urine, and it comes from our mom, which will continue until 3 months along. Now we join in and add our own, and for the next 6 months, we call this home. Forming our lungs, tissues, and brains. After 9 months, the urine is drained. So now you are born. After living on pee, and all people exist from pee therapy. See, once you understand, everybody that's ever been born, living or dead, has all done urine therapy. Everyone. No one's been excluded. No one. So, think what you might about it. But that's the truth. The amniotic fluid is urine, blood plasma. And that's how we're born. That's how we're created. That's how it all starts. So, I want you to know I love you, and that I wish you all a beautiful, wonderful, marvelous day. And with all that being said, boom, ha ha, you just been loved.